Hello EUSDS! Welcome back to another online class. My head has been cut off, that's cool. So my name's Sarah. I'll be doing some solo drills for partner dancing, but they're also useful for solo dancing too. Most of these drills I've taken inspiration or just taken directly from classes I've been to, other teachers, so I'll be trying to credit people where it's due and where I can. But if I misname someone or forget anyone, I apologise in advance. Also a disclaimer that I am primarily a follower, so a lot of the things that I focus on are more follower based, but hopefully all the skills that we do today can be applied to both leads and follows. So we're going to start off with some footwork drills. The way this video is going to work is I'm just going to give you some drills to try out, and I recommend that you try these in your own time just after. So we call them drills because the idea is to do them over and over and do them multiple times, maybe for an entire song, but just for the sake of memory on my phone and getting it on YouTube and everything, we're just going to do a little bit of it here, and also because sound quality won't be very good if I'm playing music on here for you to listen to. It's a lot easier if you're listening to music on your own device. So I will attach some recommended songs below. I'll give the BPMs for them all as well, so that if you want to go faster or slower, that's entirely up to you. So drill number one is sort of taken as a bit of a mishmash from two things that I've seen around and about. One of them is a YouTube video of a recap of a class by Sharon Davis, who's a wonderful London-based dancer, and it's also mixed with a class that I took with Ellen and Eva at Edinburgh Queer Indie Festival a few weeks back. So this is just basic 8-count footwork that we'll be using. We'll start on the right side, but then we'll go onto the left side as well, so you can get used to doing both feet, because it's really important to be able to do both feet, regardless of which role you dance. So, number one, we're just going to do our 8-count footwork on the spot. So starting with the right leg, we go a 5, 6, 7, 8, a step, step, triple step, 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 triple step, 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 triple step, 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 triple step. Nice, hopefully you're all familiar with that. Just to be clear, we're doing steps at the start, not a rock step, just entirely on the spot, not moving from this place at all. So just ba, 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 be da, ha, ga, sha, be da. Alright, type 2 is going to be backwards and forwards, so this time we will have a rock step, and we'll be rock stepping back on the right foot and then forward on the left foot. So we'll go rock step, triple step, triple step, rock step, triple step, rock step, triple step. I'll just show you that from the side. We go rock step, triple step, rock step, triple step. Nice. So the next one we're going to do is taking out, our rock step is going to go to the side now. So we go rock, step, and then our triple step comes across in front. So that's out to the side, across in front, out, across in front, out, across in front, out, across in front. Ha, ba, ha, be da. Shoot, ba, wa, be da, ha, ba, da, be da, hoop, ba, ha, be da. Nice. And finally, our fourth version of this is going to be pretty much the same, but this time we're going behind to start with. So we take our right leg, our rock step is going to go behind, so crossing behind. Crossing, and then out to the side, so opening out. Crossing, opening. Wa, ba, ha, be da. Shoot, ba, ha, be da. Hoop, ba, ha, be da. Shoot, ba, ha, be da. Cool. So, let's go back to the first two because we didn't do them on the other side. So the first one on the spot, but let's do that with the left leg this time. Let's do them all with the left leg, why not? So, on the spot, left leg, let's go. A 5, 6, 7, 8, a ha, ba, ha, be da, shoot, ba, wa, be da, on the spot, do, ba, ha, be da. Nice. Let's try the backwards and forwards, and again starting on the left leg. We go a back, a forward, a forward, a back, a rock, a triple, a rock, a triple. Try making this smaller, or bigger. Ha, ba, ha, be da, shoot, ba, ha, be da. Whichever one you do, whether you're going smaller or bigger, remember to keep your feet underneath you, so your body's moving with you at all times. Ba, ha, be da, ha, ba, rather than ba, ba, ba. It just keeps your balance a bit nicer. Cool. And then the other ones are mirrored, but we'll do it on the other side anyway. So starting with our out to the side with the left leg. You go da, ba, cross, out and in front, out and in front, out and in front. And then finally our behind and then out with the left leg crossing behind, behind, out, behind and out. Do ba, ha, do da, she do, ba, ba, we da. Nice. So it's now up to you to choose which leg you'd like to focus on, and we're going to put these all together and make a nice little routine, I guess. So we're going to do 4 of each type, or that's 2 on each side. So, is that what I said? No, it's 2 lots of 8 for each one. So it'll look like this. We have 4 different types, and I'll give you the number as I'm doing them. A 5, 6, on the spot, hoop, ba, ha, be da, shoot. Same again, ha, ba, ha, be da, do, ba, backwards and forward, wa, ba, ha, be da, do, ba. Again, wa, ba, ha, be da, shoot. Let's take it out to the side, ba, across, ba, and again, out and across, out and across, behind, ba, out, behind, and out, behind, and out, behind, and out. And then you can start from the top with your on the spot, shoot, ba, shoot, be da, do, ba, hoop, be da. And you can do that as many times as you want. Try different speeds, try slowing it down, try speeding it up. When you go slower, you get more time to think about what you're doing with your feet, what your whole body's doing. You get more time to think, basically. And one of the things I love to think about is my feet. I like to think of going from the toe to the heel when I'm stepping. So rather than just stepping with a flat foot, I can go through the foot. So try this with me. Go from the toe through to the heel. Ba, 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 ba. It allows me to have more bounce, which lets me connect to the music more when it's swingy, especially when it's a nice bouncy song, like one of the ones I'll recommend, which is Blues and Hoss Flat by Basie. Do, ba. See, as opposed to going flat, which I find it a lot harder to feel the swing with. So yeah, try that with this. It also helps me with balance and means that I can move around a bit more. I'm more flexible if my heel's coming up every so often. Ha. Cool. So let's do that routine one more time. I'm going to do it on the left leg this time, just for those of you who are choosing to do it on the left. A 5, 6, on the spot. Hoop, ba, ha, be da, shoot, ba, ha, be da, do, da, be da, hoop. Back and forward. Rock, step, triple step, rock, step. Again. Boop, ba, ha, be da, hoop. Out to the side. Out and across. Out and across. Out and across. Out and across. Behind. Behind and out. Behind and out. Behind and out. Behind and out. Cool. So as I said at the start, feel free to pause this and go and try that a few times through. Try it with different music and have fun with it. If you're ready to move on to the next bit, we're going to use the same things, the same movements, and bring some turns into it. My favourite thing, I love turning. So, our first one, type 1. Remember we had it on the spot, completely on the spot. This time we're going to use that to have one 360 turn throughout the 8 counts. So rather than going on the spot, beat, I'm going to take a really nice chill turn round to the right side of my shoulder. I'm just going to go beat. So again, I'm not moving from this point on the floor. I'm not going side to side, forward or backwards. I'm just turning where I am. So let's try that. 5, 6, 7, 8, right, left, beat, beat. Nice and chill. And try the same thing the other way, still on the right leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, hoop, beat, hoop, beat. You might find when you're doing that you end up crossing or that you end up not crossing. That's entirely up to you. And where your preference is, just make sure your feet are under you at all points. And you can try that on the other leg, of course. You can go do this way or that way. Hoop, beat, do, beat. A nice chill one to get us started. And then we're going to use our backwards and forwards one to do a half turn every 4. So we're still doing one full rotation. Yeah, 1 360 throughout the 8 counts. So it'll look like this. We go hoop, beat, shoot, hoop, beat. Followers, you may recognise this as swing out footwork. Depending on the type of swing out you're being led into, this is generally how it feels, at least for me anyway. But you have a rock, do, beat, do, shoot, beat. So what tends to happen when I'm turning, I'm sort of doing 4 quarter turns. So I'm going straight, then I cross my feet here, and then I use my other rock step here, and then turn back. And we can try turning the other way, so we can go back, the feet are open here, the feet cross here, beat, beat, shoot, beat. Other side, left leg. Let's turn this way first, so that we get the rock step, the cross, do, and then let's go the other way, so turning towards your right side. Open up, back, cross. Open up, back, cross it over. Cool, very nice. Let's go on to the next one, was the rock step out to the side and then cross. So with this one, we're going to use our opening out rock step to twist our bodies around. So we're going to bring the arms into it first. Arms are super important, especially when you're doing very speedy turns. I was going to say zazzy, but that also works if you want to make it a zazzy turn. Because if you can bring the arms, you can get a faster turn. But they can also make it look nicer and also help with balance if you're doing slower turns. So just keep arms in mind. So this rock step, we prep by taking the arms out to the right. We're stepping out on the right as well. So we get this nice twist in our body so that we can do our rock step. And the step is the start of our turn. And then we do our triple step turn. You'll see that the earlier I start my turn, the less work I have to do, the more chill it can be, and the more prep that you do, the less you have to do later. Moral for life as well, but I don't listen to myself. So, you can also make it faster and choose when you go if you want to have less prep, and use your sorry, that was a double spin. Try that if you want. But I just like to do more chill, ba, ha, vida. So out to the left, again taking the left side round, twisting, so we get that one, ba. Yeah. So let's try that. Opening out to the right, we'll do 2 in a row, so turning on both sides. A 5, 6, 7, 8, a wa, ba, ha, vida, shoot, ba, ha, vida, whip, ba, ha, vida, ba, ha, vida. Nice. Focus on those arms. I tend to keep my arms up for these ones when it's more chill, because I'm not trying to change the speed of my turn. I'm just trying to keep my balance really with this. Ba, vida. And we're not going to go into spotting too much for this one, I'll bring that in later. Spotting is the idea of your head staying where it is when you're turning, but I will go into that more later. Because for this one, I find it quite hard to spot. Ba, 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 ba. I find I end up doing 2 turns because the front isn't where the direction you're going and it's all a bit strange. But if it helps you and you want to think of looking that way, ba, ba, and then looking forward, that's up to you. Test it out, find out what works for you. Cool. So we have number 4, which was our behind and out, behind and out. So with this one, we're going to rock step with the right leg, but we're twisting over to the left with the body. So it's this way. So arms up again, twist over to the left, and then the step means that we can go over here. Ba, do, ba, ha, vida, shoot, ba, ha, vida, whoop, ba, ha, vida. Bring more of a bounce into it. Boop, ba, ha, vida, shoot, ba, ha, vida, do, ba, ha, vida. If you want to make it more army, you can have them open on your ba, and then in, ba, ba-dee. Again, that's just a styling thing. Sorry, I'm not used to this camera angle. Yeah, so that's our 4. Let's try them all together. So we'll do the on the spot 360 turn. We do the swing out, faux swing out, forward and backwards, full turn again, but with 2 halves essentially. And then our out and open, and then our behind and round. Cool, let's try that. Remember, keeping your feet under you, using your arms, keeping your core engaged, always helps with any bits of dancing, so keep that in mind. Doesn't need to be like clenching, but just it's there and you're aware of that. Cool, so on the spot, we'll do 2 nice chill turns and then go straight into our, this one, sorry, but okay, so on the spot, to the right. A 5, 6, 7, 8, a hoop, ba, ha, vida, shoot, another one, then, ba, ha, vida, do, backwards and forward, backwards to the right, hoop, vida, back, diddy, vida, shoot, ba, hoop, vida, what, ba, hoop, vida, out to the side, sorry, what, vida, hoop, ba, again, out to the side, ba, ha, vida, shoot. And then we go behind, ba-doo, ba, ha, vida, shoot, ba, ha, vida, whoop, ba, vida, do, ba, ha, vida. Cool. Nice. And again, same thing. Try it as many times as you want, as many times as you can. This is useful for everybody, no matter your level, no matter your role, everybody. It's always useful to go back to basics. Or to just solidify them, make sure they are there, and make sure you can do them as flexibly as you can. If you do feel like you've got these drills down, try them differently. Try turning the other way, try moving around, try it faster. Just see what you can do, mix it up, add a jump in there. This is where variations come from, make it your thing. Cool, I can't remember what was next on my thing. I think we're going into more turns. Yes, awesome. Cool. So we've done some triple step turns. We're going to go into step turns. So the rhythm we'll be using is just a step on every beat. So it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I mean by step on every beat. And it will end up looking like this. We can go wa, ba, ha, ba, ha, ba, ha, ba. So we're doing a 360 turn every 2 steps, or you can think of it as one half turn or one 180 turn every step. But I like thinking of it as each 360 rotation because it helps keep it smoother and more flowing. If you have it as 2 half turns, it can feel a bit more disjointed. But if it helps you get into it and helps with balance, I think it's a really good way to get used to it. So if you are doing the 180 version, if we're facing this side, I'm just going to do it this way because I don't have as much space going that way. So I'm facing this way, do my first turn, that brings me there. I step, I pivot, step, pivot, step, pivot, and so on, with as much space as you've got. Again, if you're new or you're just getting used to these kind of turns, have it in a nice like lower squat, and if you make it wider it will help out to start with. Just getting this kind of movement, being nice and wide, taking up space, and then once you're more familiar with the movement you can bring the arms in and make it more having a nice bend in the knees, having a nice pulse really helps with balance for that. And of course, spotting, my favourite thing. I feel like I've claimed about 4 things that are my favourite thing in this video, I'm sorry, but spotting. So, I'm looking through my window, there is a chimney. I might just pick this light actually, there we go. So, I'm finding a point that's in my eye line in the direction that I want to go. So, say you're heading towards a wall, or like I'm heading towards this, I'm going to find this little spot here, and I'm just going to stare at it. I'm going to keep my head there, no matter where my body is. Oh, I'm run out of head. Cool. Again, if you're new to spotting, try this really slowly. Just turning, and then taking the head around. Do it on the spot until you're more used to it. You might still feel dizzy, but it will help with the dizziness. It doesn't completely eliminate dizziness, which I did not know when I started all this. So, let's try that together. Just stepping, just doing step rhythm, 180 every step, or 360 every 2 steps. And go And if you try it the other way, I'll just stay here and go away. So left leg pairing out to the right, so you can go cool. So I want to give like a little rhythm thing to try it out with, which will be go So all I'm doing is that rock step behind that we did earlier. So that's the rock step here, turning out to the left, doing 2 steps, and then just another step to ground myself again. So that's rock, step, 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 rock, step, 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 hold, 6, 7, 8, rock, step, 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 hold, 6, 7, 8, Cool. If you're taking the turns out, that can be ha, ba, ha, ba, ha, dee, dee, ba, ha, ba, ha, dee. If you're feeling you're getting dizzy at any point, you don't have to do a whole pile in a row. You can take some time out and just do it without the turns, and then come back into it whenever you feel it. So let's try that a few times through. Sorry. 5, 6, 7, 8, ha, ba, 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 booty, booty, ha, ba, ground. 7, 8, ha, ba, ground. 6, 7, 8, ha, ba, ha. Cool. Next thing you can try with this. Oh, you can try the same thing with the other footwork that we did. So instead of going behind and turning, you can go out to the side and then turn it ba, ba, ha. So let's try that. Let's go with the left leg this time. Let's mix it up. Why not? So we step out to the left, out, and step. Step will cross it here, just so we're ready to go out and cross. Do cross. Beady, ba, 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 cross. Beady, beady, ha, ba, ha. Nice. And of course, your other option is to add more turns in there. So this time I'm going to do it facing, this is my front, this is my line of dance. So I'm going to do, let's do the behind one, I like that one. So I'm going to go behind and step, 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 crap. Buddy, goody, buddy, buddy, ha. And of course you can hold that for as long as you want at the end as well. Ba, ba, buddy. So as many turns as you want, as much of a hold as you want, whether you want to do your rock step out or your rock step behind. Totally up to you. Try it out, see how it feels. Mix around with stuff again. It's all up to you. I had one more thing, I think. Yeah, so it's single turns. So what I mean, that's not a thing. Single-footed turns is what I'm trying to say. So instead of triple stepping or step stepping, I'm going to do 1 foot spinning around. So the way, I'm going to bring a little bit of ballet into this, and I think this is also something that Craig Innes, who's an Edinburgh dancer, showed me. I can't remember where he learned it from though, so if you're watching, can you let us know? But we're going to take 1 foot off the ground, really ground yourself with the left foot. It's a little bit yoga-ish as well, which I found was really helped my balance. So if you're, sorry, slight side note, but if you're looking for other activities that can help you dancing, things like yoga, Pilates, body balance, all those kind of things are great for stabilising your core, great for centering you so you can do more weird things and have better balance in general. I find them really useful. But anyway, sorry. So this exercise, let's put our weight onto the left leg and then take this foot out, flex the foot, point the foot, bring it back in, and close. And then if you feel stable enough, you can take it up, go up onto the toe, take that out, flex the foot, point the foot, bring it in, and close. I'm not as good at that one. And then same again with the other side, take the foot up, in front, flex, point, bring it in, go up onto the toes, and really engage the core. Use the arms if you need to, use a table, a wall if you need to. And we can go up, point, flex, point, bring it in, and down. And then, this is the tricky bit, so let's try it without going up onto the toes, just keep it flat for now, and do the same thing with your eyes closed. If you're comfortable with having your eyes closed, try and be on 1 foot, eyes closed. Point the foot out in front, flex the foot, point it, bring it back in, put it down with the other leg, bring the right foot up, point it in front, flex the foot, point the foot, bring it back in and down. And if you feel like you're comfortable enough with that, try taking it up on the toes. It's so much harder with your eyes closed, and I don't really know why. I guess it's just being able to center yourself with something similar to spotting. But it's so much harder, and it's really good for kind of centering yourself and really focusing on what's your body doing, where's my balance, where am I leaning, those kind of things. So let's go on to some of the more ballet kind of things. This kind of more training for pirouettes and that kind of thing, but pirouettes, single foot turns, very similar. So we're going to start off just by doing, we're going to do our turns with our foot up at the side like this. I find having 1 foot out of the way just really helps. Again, probably from a background of dancing like this, but we'll just stick to parallel at the side with a nice bend. So the first thing we're going to do, no turns. We're just going to practice lifting the foot up and down and up and down, doo-doo, doo-doo, and then down, and down. So I'm going up on my toe, so I'll go from the side, you can see I'm going up, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. Arms wide, do whatever is comfortable for you. If that's going out to the side, I think that for me is more comfortable, that's fine. If you want to bring the arms out in front, wherever you need them to be, on your hips, round. Cool, let's try the other foot. So I'm on the right foot now, and then take it up onto the toes, and down, toes, and down, toes, and down, toes, and down. Nice. If you want to get a real contrast, you can have it as like sort of lunge position and go down and up and down and up, down, up, and down and up. Be careful of knees and ankles and things. If you have dodgy knees like me, maybe don't do this one or be really careful with it. So we have these variations, down, up, or just down and up. We're going to continue them. I'm going to stick to the down and up. If you want to try the full lunge up, that's grand as well. But just without just the down up, we're going to start bringing a turn into it. So we're going to turn, but we're going to turn this way. We're going to do an open turn. I can't remember. It's been too long since I've done ballet. We'll turn over to the right shoulder though. So instead of going down and up to the front, we'll take a quarter turn. So I'm just going to turn to my right side. So I'll go down and up and down. And again, another quarter. We go down and up and down. Down and up and down and down and up and down. Let's try the other side. To the left this time with the other foot. So weights on the right foot, left leg's up. Go. Down and up and down. Down and up and down. Down and up and down, not like that. Down and up and down. So do that a few times. Once you're comfortable, let's do some half turns. Cool. So if you've done that, these are the half turns. So instead of going just a quarter, I'm going to go from facing you to my wardrobe. So that will be left foot. We go down and up and down. Do, ready? Good. Oh no, sorry, that's not what I was doing. And up, further, further. Further, further. Do that a few times. Try it on the other foot. So that's going down and up and down. Up, further, further. Up, further, further. Up, further, further. Cool. Going up, down, up, down, down. Or it's a lot harder, but it also helps depending on the floor and the shoes and things like that you've got. I'm currently limited to carpet, so it's a little bit tricky to be turning, and I have so many holes in my socks because of carpet burn, but just be aware of that. It might be limited, or you might find it hardest to turn on certain carpets or floorings. So of course the last step, we've done quarter turns, we've done half turns, we're going to do full turns. And we'll try and use the same thing, so use that down and the up. Really think about engaging everything when you're going up. So engaging the muscles in the leg that you're holding, so that you're standing on, engaging your core, engaging the arms, everything is acting as one unit, I guess. I'm going to use the lunge one for this one. I find it's a lot nicer to have more down so I can have more up. It gives me more preparation for a turn like that. And of course this isn't ballet. Your landing doesn't have to be a perfect arabesque or whatever. That's not arabesque, don't come at me. But it can be whatever you want. I've taken to doing turns into like a hallelujah. That's quite fun. Or doing a turn into a straight up fall down. That could be a drunken sailor. Just like as long as how you come out of it looks cool, doesn't really matter. It's an improvised dance. It's up to you. I don't know how many times I've said that, but it entirely is up to you. So let's try those turns, whether you want to do lunge, if you want to try going down, up, down, that's grand. And either way, arms are more important now that we're doing a full turn. So either you can twist into it, or you can just have the arms out in front, or the arms out, but as long as you're going out to in. It's a physics thing, I don't know physics. No, I'm not gonna have to tell me, but there's some forces that mean that you can turn faster when you go out and make yourself smaller. I'm a biologist, I don't know physics, but it works and that's all that matters. So think about going out to in, and it will help. So your arms are out and in, your body is down and up. And I think that's all I have on turns just now. Think about spotting when you're doing single foot turns as well. So yeah, go through this as many times as you need to, as many times as you want to. As I said, I will list some songs in the description below that I would recommend. I'll put some BPMs and stuff as well, so that you can play around with speed. And if you have any questions, please do let me know, and I apologise if there's any cars going past and things. This is a little bit limited in what equipment I have, but I hope this is useful, and I hope I see you soon.